Hello, Phoenix Ace. Welcome to Uncanny Gamers, episode 2, the second episode of our brand spanking new podcast, where we don't change a whole lot, but just enough to where we had to change the name, and then therefore we changed the feed, and then ended up with a whole new bag. As in, Papa's got a brand new bag.
What does that even mean, though? I mean, men don't carry bags, you know? I mean, if Papa's got a brand new bag, well, shouldn't Papa have a brand new suit, or, you know, a brand new cufflinks, or a brand new watch, you know? Papa don't have a brand new Coach bag, you know? Papa might be gay.
Well, first of all, Papa don't preach. But second of all, Papa...
I'm pretty sure, 90% of the preachers are, men and molest.
But they're not Papas. They may make you call them Big Papa, but that's a different story.
So, none of the ministers have children?
Oh, yeah, of course they do. Yeah, they're,
Then they're Papas.
But anyway, Papa, I assume, means Papa don't... Wait, what was it? Papa's got a brand new bag, is in probably Papa has a brand new paper bag filled with authority.
What?
I don't know. I wasn't in James Brown's loft when he wrote that in the 60s.
Well, you were born back then. I thought you partied with that guy. So.
70s.
60s?
70s.
Oh, whatever, yeah. Don't lie about your age anymore.
Yeah, I'm 45.
Papa's got a brand new bag. What does that mean? That's going to bother me forever.
I'm glad I brought it up.
It's like, we were watching, Clerks 2 last night. It came on really, really late because we were up till 2 o'clock in the morning.
Lord.
And it was A, B, C. 1, 2, 3. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. And I was like, that's a song? Really? I guess that's...
That's the Jackson 5. That's old school classic, back when Michael was young and black.
I know. I mean, it was a good song, you know, but then when you really get down to listening to the lyrics of that, I was like, it's like Sesame Street wrote it.
Well, that's what it was back then, because, I mean, you know, they get away with that. It was the infancy, if you will, of whatever.
Of music?
Yes.
It was like Snowman going grunt, 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 grunt.
Kinda like we're in the infancy of video games right now. Oh, you see what I did there?
Yeah, kind of. But did you know Michael Jackson is supposed to be coming back on a comeback tour?
I did hear that, and I was totally uninterested.
We watched a special on Siegfried and Roy.
I am so sorry.
Well, that was good, yeah. I mean, besides him being all strokey and stuff, you know.
When you say him being all strokey and stuff, what exactly do you mean?
Well, I don't know if they're gay or not, but you know, they were really close, but no. But
a little bit too close for those tigers, in my opinion.
But you know, it was because we had just gone to Vegas, and then you know, it was Siegfried and Roy, you know, started there, and I mean, their earlier shows and stuff were just. You know, they're awesome. You know, he had a pet cheetah that he always had, and you know, and it was really sad. But then evidently they did the final show. You know, after he had gotten attacked and all that stuff. It was just 10 minutes, and it was just for charity. But you know, it was a farewell, and I mean, it wasn't anything spectacular, but still, you know, it was magical.
Well, that's. I'm sorry I missed that. I really am.
Well, I have it taped.
You have it taped on your VCR.
Well, no.
This is 1993.
Oh, yeah. What year do you think it is?
Well, 1962.
Oh, like that stupid television show, Life on Mars or something like that. It's I'm a cop in 1953 or something like that, and it's and he goes up to this girl, he's like, hey, you want to get a cappuccino later? She's like, what's that? Something else from the 90s? And I'm like, ugh.
Okay, so here's...
It makes me puke.
Well, but I haven't really ever actually watched an episode of that show, but here's my problem with that show.
Really?
They've all pretty much, accepted the fact that he thinks he's from, 19 or 2000, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, really? If I was from the future and I went back in time, I would do everything, you know, I would invest in, Google and Apple and... You know, and, I would make the first cappuccino so that way I could make all the money, you know?
Exactly. That's number one. And then number two, all those people just act like it's nothing. Oh, yeah, well, he's just Frank. He's just over there. He thinks he's from 2002. And, I mean, you know, Joe over here thinks he's from the Stone Age. I mean, it happens all the time. You know, it's not that big a deal. You know.
if you're working at a police station, they're giving this guy that's obviously a little bit mentally unstable. He gets to carry a gun. It's like, hey, mentally unstable man, we would just will everybody out of the loony bin so you could come work at the police office.
Exactly. I just don't even understand like the whole premise of that show, and then every time I see it come on, I'm just like, change. It can't change fast enough.
I know. I think it comes on right after Lost, and that pisses me off. I'm like,
that's the only reason it's still on, because it's got that lead in.
Yeah, and it used to be the way that guy saw visions of God or whatever.
Stupid Eli Stone and his dumbass.
We watched that for a little bit, then we were like, oh, it's gone. And then the 9 was on, and we really liked that. And then we were like, oh, it's gone. They didn't even finish the story.
Yeah, they just cancel shit out of nowhere just because it's just so ridiculous. Like we were talking about, me and Ray were talking about this last night, like those, like, we flipped around and, like, How We Do It was on. You know, that Howie Mandel, hidden camera show? And I was like, how the hell is this still on? Seriously, have we not gone through the hidden camera show phase of TV? How did Howie Mandel walk into NBC and go, hey, I got an idea. You've never seen anything like this before. It's like I go in and there's a hidden camera. Oh, and then I come up in a disguise because nobody would recognize me with a wig and a pair of glasses on ever. So then I go up and I'm like, that's how we do it. And then the executives are probably like, "Oh, you're awesome! I've never even seen one episode of the Jamie Kennedy Experiment, much less anything else that came before it. Dear God, here's money. I just want to just like shoot myself in the face and then rub it with salt when I see stuff like that.
To me, I think there's just so much more that they could do with all this, like, money and stuff like that. Like, all the money they pour in all these crap shows, just make it one good show, and then everybody would watch it, and then everybody would talk about it, and then you could sell more merchandise, because everybody would buy it. And that's better than making a whole bunch of merchandise that 2 people buy, and take all that other money and go freaking cure cancer or something, do something good with it, instead of being like, oh, let's pay this jackass to say stupid stuff on TV, because nobody cares.
That's a good point. You know what I was thinking just now when you were talking?
How smart and good looking I am.
That's the second thing I was thinking after you mentioned it. But no, what I was thinking was, why don't we see any TV shows based off video games? Like, we've seen because this is kind of one of our topics anyway. So, and it just kind of made me think because we were talking about TV. Yeah. Why don't we see any TV shows based off video games? Much less comic books, but video games.
Probably because people don't watch TV because they are playing video games.
That's a good point. But
say, since we're going to talk about Star Wars Force Unleashed, say you made Star Wars Force Unleashed into a video game. Well, you gotta go all through into a TV show.
Let's say, in some strange reality, we made this Force Unleashed into a video game. Alright, everybody close your eyes. Imagine that reality. Wow.
Oh my God, it just appeared in my Xbox.
Wow, I have the powers to make things happen with my mind, obviously.
I am the true Phoenix.
So no, say for instance you made the Force Unleashed into a TV show.
Yeah, right. Okay, so you had to get all the rights from, say Lucas, Arts and all that stuff, and all that. And, you've already got, Star Wars kind of been beaten into the ground. But, of course, you could probably do something else, just like Star Trek could make another episode, Star Trek in the future, more,
Even further in the future, even further beyond.
So far in the future, we can't see it. It's just a blank screen.
We can't even imagine how cool it'll be, so we'll just let y'all think.
Send us your ideas. Draw it on the screen, Yeah,
we'll slap up your crayon drawings and
we'll send you some Windex so you can start over. But no, okay, so they make it into a TV show. You really, it would have to be I could see Halo being a TV show.
I could too.
I could see that. I could see, I don't know, maybe Street Fighter or,
I don't know about that one.
I mean, it's a stretch, yeah. Maybe a miniseries or something like that, but I don't know. I just think maybe it doesn't have quite the audience. Of course, I think a lot of people underestimate gamers. You know, I think a lot of people don't think that there's many of us out there and that we're all from the ages of 5 to 11, you know, or, you know, maybe 15 or 16 and shoot your parents, but, you know.
Guilty.
Guilty as charged. But, you know, I just think that the people who really want to see that, I mean, they can go. You really don't make any money off of. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a producer, but I don't think that you make as much money off of a TV show as you do a movie.
Well, that's true.
Because people pay, you know, not $10 a pop to go and see this movie about X-Men or about, you know, Star Wars, Clone Wars, Jar Binks, you know, whatever. And, you know, what, House of the Dead and Blood Rain and all that stuff. And you can do that, and then, you know, but I don't know, that would be a good idea, you know, to do, like, what would be a good game? You know.
Well, like, say, for instance, let's say Hitman. Let's pick one that's not so, you know, because it was made into a movie, obviously, but still, you know, there have been movies that have been translated into TV shows.
Quake
is another idea. I don't know how you would.
I really don't know what the storyline is behind that, but, like, you know, Quake or Resident Evil or
the whole Space Marine thing. I can
like Mass Effect.
Yeah.
I mean, I know there's so much storyline in there too, but like any of the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic series or anything like that, you know, Star Wars you can do anything with. Oh, space and time doesn't matter in Star Wars time, you know.
Well, how about let me throw this at you, Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, seriously, I mean, you know, every episode she's doing something different. You know, there's a Buffy kind of what are those other like action shows? You know, yeah, I mean, you know, I guess even Smallville kind of thing where you could, you know, there's an overarching story, but yet, you know, each episode's like a different tomb. For instance, the same thing with Hitman. I mean, they are ironically two Eidos properties, but
you know, I mean, I know it was a horrible video game, but like the Darkness / Witchblade would be.
Yeah, and they've done a Witchblade TV show actually, and I never saw it because it was on cable. But I mean, yeah, that's exactly right. You know, but those are kind of their comics, you know, before their video games. But I'm trying to think of another one. But I mean, those two immediately spring to mind because those could easily be adapted into this season, you know, like episodic type deal. You know, Hitman has a different guy to kill every episode. Plus, he's got to deal with, you know, some company behind the scenes kind of crap. You know, I mean the same, you know, Buffy / Angel / you know, whatever
in there.
Yeah, that whole formula or whatever. I mean, that would easily fit into those formulas. It just makes me wonder why they don't even attempt it. You know,
I don't know. I mean, like I read that quote in one of those OXM magazines. It's like, I don't know, something that they weren't going to do a sequel with. He's like, we're not going to do a sequel because it doesn't have the ability to produce a sequel year after year with a massive amount of profit. And it's like, still, you know, it's like Viva Pinata probably didn't have a massive amount of profit, but it was still a good sequel, you know, stuff like that. I mean, you know, I'm trying to think of another video game like that, but I mean, some of the best video games, like what BioShock. I mean, when that came out, you know, it wasn't good. It wasn't like well known or anything like that. But I mean, it still was a big seller.
Oh yeah, BioShock hit big, and then now they're talking about. I heard there was like some quote like not too long ago, a few months ago, that some guy was saying how like, oh, there's a potential for just infinite sequels to BioShock. Not infinite, but like 6 or 9 or some crazy like amount of like, oh, you know, prequels and sequels to BioShock and stuff like that. And
I definitely see a prequel or two, you know, maybe, and then a sequel, but I don't know, maybe an infinite amount. I mean, you can only be that dude so much.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, that's just, you know, that's what do you call it? You know, that's like Activision and EA talking about stuff where that's what they want to do. That's why they dropped games like Brutal Legend and Ghostbusters and stuff like that, because Activision didn't see that it was they could, pump it out for sequel,
Yeah.
So, but, I mean, I would definitely watch a TV show based on a video game. At least give it a try. I mean, hell, I'll follow, like I watched Dollhouse the other night, and I watched Terminator, the Sarah Connor Chronicles and stuff like that, and that stuff that's based, I mean, that's no more fantastical or crazy than anything than any, video game.
Yeah, I mean, I would be much more interested instead of a time-traveling crazy cop, into something, cool. I mean, Sarah Connor Chronicles, meh. But, I mean, they made a lot of TV shows into video games. Why can't it be the other way around?
Exactly. So I guess, well, that's a good way to start out. But I guess, do we want to, go ahead and transition into a little bit of what we are playing here lately? Since that's usually how we start the show, even though we do our own thing here at the Uncanny Gamers.
Yeah, whatever and whenever and however. I do it all.
We do what we want. I do what I want. That's what I always say.
I do what I want when I want, and now.
Kiss my ass, honky. That's what I say all the time. I mean, I'm pointing at like Asian people, like kiss my ass, honky, and they're like, I don't know who you're talking to, sir, but it's not me. And I'm like, whatever. I'm drunk.
I saw this SNL skit. Oh, I think you probably saw it too. I don't know, but it was like that little Asian dude, was standing next to his Daewoo, and
that's Mad TV.
Oh yeah. Well, anyway, he was sitting next to his Daewoo, and he was all like, "Yo, pretty lady," and he's like, "Look at me up in my Daewoo," and he was like he's like, "Let's go play some Dance Dance Revolution,"
That's not what they do.
And he didn't really have hydraulics. He had a friend in the trunk, like jumping up and down, and the guy's like, "I can't breathe," and he finally gets a girl, and then she sits in the seat with him, in the passenger seat, and he starts doing the hydraulics, and she's really drunk. She's like, "Bleh," and she pukes all over him, and he's like, "Damn it, Larry," he's like, "Now we just go up in my crib and play Dance Dance Revolution,"
Oh, I love those ones, because, he, like, dives over the hood and stuff, falls off. Yeah, he's like, "Come on in my day, woo." And it cracks me up every time. Old Bobby Lee. You know what's funny? I watched Pineapple Express the other day. You let me borrow?
I thought you didn't like that show.
I didn't, but Bobby Lee was in it. That's that's where this is going. Bobby Lee was one of, like, the Asian guys at the end with, like, all he did was, he had the gun and stuff.
Yeah.
I noticed him because, it was funny. He doesn't quite look like all the rest of them, because they all look alike. Yeah. LOLs. No, but I'm just kidding. But, I was like, hey, that's Bobby Lee. And, like, he didn't have any lines or anything. It's like, it's kind of sad.
I was wondering that, too, when we went and saw Zoomanity, because there was a midget in there. And for some reason, I've been seeing a lot of midgets. But
have you been on stilts lately?
I've just been on shrooms.
I'm on shrooms.
And at the end, he's like, I'm on shrooms. What was I going to say? Oh, but there's this midget, and he was like, he was like ripped, whatever. I mean, he was okay.
As in, like, someone walked up and ripped him in two? Is that what you're saying?
No, he was like built. He had a 6-pack, and he had his blonde hair all, fixed. I don't know if he was gay or not, but he had some guy liner on.
That's always your thing. I don't know if he's gay or not. Like attractive guy. I don't know if he's gay or not, but probably.
I mean, it's not like I'm looking, or anything, but I'm still curious,
Yeah, midgets fascinate me, especially the ripped ones.
But he was flying through the air, and I mean, and it was kind of weird because
was he being tossed?
No, he was on a ribbon, and he would run across the stage, and he'd fly around, and look at my hand motion. He would fly around in a circle, across the up the top of our heads, and that was pretty cool. But it was kind of weird because he was matched with a woman, but she was regular height.
With a normie.
Yeah, a non-midgie. Yeah. But and they were all
with a real person.
Not a half a person. Yeah. But they were all
with a human.
With a non-alien. But they were matched up or whatever, and it was supposed to be all sexy and stuff, and they were looking at each other, and she's like, oh, looking down, and he's all like, oh, looking up, and she had to get down on her knees, and caress his face and everything, and I was like, I was like, yeah, it's okay, but I'm not a big midget fan. But this is the point.
Let's get there.
Do they make Asian midgets?
I don't know. I mean,
Is there I don't think that there's a Asian midget gene. I think it's just like whites. But I mean, if it was in whites and African Americans, I've never seen a Hispanic midget, Native American midget, a Russian midget. I've never seen a Hawaiian midget. I mean, The Rock isn't a midget, you know?
no, quite the opposite. I don't know. I have no idea. Surely there are. I can't imagine that that's race specific, but I mean, these are the questions that we ask and answer here on Uncanny Gamers. Obviously,
I know it's not a gaming question, but I mean, it could be a video game. What biracial midgets?
well, here I'll make it a gaming question. Why don't we see more midgets in video games? There's a question right there. I want to see.
Why don't you see any Asian midgets in gaming?
Why don't we just see more Asians in gaming in general?
Well, who was that Asian in there?
As opposed to Stranglehold.
Yeah.
Stranglehold, which was like all Asians, but still, I mean, that's one game. It's like asking, why don't we see more gays in gaming? Oh, yeah. Oh, the guy from Fantasy Island. Yeah, I guess he counts. Oh, I like this first picture right here. That should be our pod art right there, our album art.
Wow. I thought it said Randy Midgets. For a much fun time.
They're randy and ready for you. Oh.
I can't tell if it's a child or a midget. Asian midgets who like to cook. Was this a personal ad? Asian
picture of Tila Tequila there too.
Asian midget likes to cook and take long walks on the Japanese beach. He's not a big fan of sushi, but he does like puppy dogs.
Loves RPGs and his Nintendo DSi. Dude, seriously, click on that.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome. That's like somebody's MySpace picture.
So I guess they do make all kinds of midgets. This is
fascinating.
AsianAliens.jpg.
Fascinating. If that's not our pod art, I don't know what is. If we can get it anyway.
I'll probably just take a minute. It's a little slow, but that answers our question about that. That'll make me sleep tonight.
Yeah. So basically, midgets do come in all shapes and sizes. Ba-dum-bum.
Yeah, well, because you have the midgets and you have the dwarfs.
Yeah, really. Like, there's a difference. I don't know what the difference.
A couple inches in height. They can reach the cereal on the top, second shelf or whatever.
But also, at the same time, equally creepy.
Yeah, but have you ever seen a midget go, to the store? Like, how do they get the shopping carts? How they put
They use those small ones for kids.
I've never seen you put it.
They want something off, like, anything higher than the third shelf, or, like, the second shelf, But anyway, so, let's,
I'm trying to get back to that.
Yeah, once we get there, it was fine. I guess let's talk about what we've been playing. Do you want to go first?
I guess so. I'm kind of glad that, Gemini sent me an email and said that Force Unleashed through GameFly was on sale for $14.99, and it was, literally, 2 minutes it was on sale. I guess maybe a day, really. But, I went to go and purchase it, and it was back up to $24.99, which I think is good because Kenneth already played through it in, a day and a half.
4 minutes.
I know, but he I guess he had it on easy, but he said he had it on hard or something like that, but he's just a big fat liar. And so I've been playing with it. I think I'm about halfway through, maybe more than halfway. But I don't know if I'd ever really replay it or something. I'll probably let you borrow it and send it back, but I think it's probably best that we didn't buy it. But I mean, it's cool. I like going around and being a badass, and it's the storyline is good, but it's not as suck you in as Coder, I don't know. I like it, and your force upgrades are good and stuff like that, and you have powers and stuff. But I don't know. It's just lacking that little something, that makes it like Star Wars, suck you in Star Wars,
Yeah, and I think too, though, that what really hurts it is even though a lot of people say oh, hey, we don't need multiplayer. And, we have a good, strong single-player campaign. We don't need a multiplayer component, to be tacked on or whatever. Yeah. But I think that does hurt its replayability. And that is what hurts, like, the fact that you wouldn't buy it. If it had some fun multiplayer that we could dig into, well, then there's something, but...
And I think it's just a little too... not that every game should be super long, but, here lately the games have been pretty short. Like... Knights of the Old Republic, you had all these side missions and stuff like that. And you have small side missions you can do, like go free, something. Go free this, big alien thing, and pretty much you kind of have to do it because it's, like, right along with your other mission, Yeah. So it's, like, why not? But it's not, like, big side missions where you can go and save the entire, race of... Jabba Dawan, But it's, I don't know, it's just cut and dry. It's like, go.
Well, yeah, it's extremely linear, which, I don't mind so much, because, I'd like to be able to, kind of pound through it and get it, kind of like, quote-unquote, get it done, But at the same time, I think, it kind of does hurt the replayability, because, once you've done it, you've experienced the story, which to me is the main part that I want to know. Then that's it. There's nothing else to it. So I think that kind of hurts it. At least throw on like some multiplayer, like, battle, little death matches and stuff like that, so we can at least, get in there and do our little, what do you call it? Lightsaber stuff going on. Give us a little something.
Yeah, go and even if it was just to give like a co-op, co-op to go play through the game, that would be cool, or some DLC, so you can have more co-op levels or something like that, but otherwise it's very, good storyline, good concept, but very dry.
Yeah, I would agree with your assessment there completely, Phoenix.
I'm glad. I don't know, is that a good thing that we agree, or is it a bad thing? Should we have both sides of the story?
I don't know. I'm unable to disagree with you at this time.
Well, not all games are going to be woo, but I think it was good. I think the Xbox needed something like that, hadn't been a good Star Wars game since the old Xbox, so...
But one thing is true. One thing it kind of reinforces, because I was on the fence about which one to purchase at the time, Rock Band 2 or The Force Unleashed. Definitely happy with my Rock Band 2 as opposed to The Force Unleashed. Definitely, because I was, it was either $60 one way or $60 the other. So I'm definitely glad I stuck with that, especially with the new Pearl Jam stuff coming out at the end of this month. Oh yes,
sweet.
I'm beside myself with joy.
Have you heard of all the when we were younger, all the 90s bands and stuff that are coming back together?
Not a whole lot. Like who?
Jane's Addiction and I can't think of them all, but they were mentioning them on the radio. Jane's Addiction and
wait for it.
I don't know. I was gonna say U2, but I don't know.
Yeah, U2. They just had an album come out.
Yeah, U2 and I know Green Day is doing some more, and I don't know. I can't think of them right now.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. It was a bunch from like 4 or 5.
Stone Temple Pilots, I think, maybe one.
Yeah, that was one.
Cool. Me, for instance, I've been playing a little bit of Street Fighter 4 that I got. Haven't gotten to sink my teeth into it like a ton.
How did you acquire that game?
I was able to get it from a friend of mine. I write for a site called PlatformNation.com, and I was able to acquire it by some means that way.
What'd you have to do?
I don't really want to say what I had to do, but it wasn't pretty. But yeah, so if you ever want to, definitely visit PlatformNation.com if you ever want to see any of my stories or any of the other stories and all the news and all the stuff. It's a really cool place to go.
While we're mentioning places to go, I joined this forum, one of my XBL friends sent me, and it's called the originalgathering.com, and it's a forum, and they have all kinds of games. I think it's they have like a Castlevania theme or something like that. But it's a nice place to go. Lots of different people, you know.
Seems interesting.
Anyway, that's all.
Yeah. I've never been into the Castlevania, but they always seem kind of neat.
Yeah.
So Street Fighter 4. First of all, just I'll say what everybody else has said so far. It's gorgeous. It looks awesome. It plays really good. Everything like that. I haven't been able to get too far in the arcade mode. That's really about all I've done is the arcade mode so far. I'll get like 2 or 3 people in, and then like somebody like Zangief or Crimson Viper will whip my ass repeatedly, and I'll get frustrated and quit.
Now, is Crimson Viper a new character?
Yes, she is.
Yeah, it didn't sound familiar. Who's your favorite character to play as?
So far I've been liking Ken, and I have been liking Chun-Li. Which kind of funny. I've picked, Ree was sitting there watching me play, and I picked Chun-Li, and she's like, "How huge are her legs?" Like her legs are seriously like more. There's more mass in her legs than the rest of her body put together.
That's how it always was in the old games. I could pin you up in a corner and just do that really fast leg kick, 3 or 4 times, and the sheer gravity of my thighs would keep you there.
Yeah, that's what I said too. I was like, she's always like it, but that's her thing. That's Chun-Li.
I mean, that's the only muscle she's in her body. She's a twig, and she's just got meat, thunder thighs. It's just like my top half. I'm 80 pounds, and my legs are huge.
So but yeah, I like playing with her just because of that, and then but yeah, I've been playing Ken a lot, and some Ryu, and some No maximum capacity pants though, so no DJ yet. I haven't unlocked. I think he's in there, but I haven't unlocked him. I think.
Do they still go? I get nougat.
Yeah, still do all that. Still pretty much the same kind of moves. I'm, just about as good as I was back then.
Yeah.
But I mean, I just wanted it because it was, it looks so good, and it's like, it's like, wow, this is just like so awesome. I mean, and I've been kind of loving the fighting games since I got Mortal Kombat versus. Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe. And I've been kind of feeling the fighting here lately, so that's one other reason I wanted it. So
I'm surprised they released it as a full title.
Yeah, you would think they would have dropped it as an arcade game or something, but I mean, this is seriously. I mean, we hopefully we'll get to play it after this, and you'll see that this is a serious, like, full on.
No, we're not gonna play it after this. You have to podcast all day.
Me, I'm sad.
No, but I mean, I'm sure it's good. It just seems like Street Fighter, another arcade game, because they have a Street Fighter for the XBL, don't they?
The Super Turbo Remix version, whatever it is, which I haven't bought, but
I think I bought it because I was playing with somebody, but I was so hard I couldn't get any achievements for it.
Yeah. So that's me. I mean, and that's what sucks is like I've ventured online with like Mortal Kombat versus DC. Hang on, sorry, Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe, and like seriously, just had my ass handed to me time after time after time. Like not even able to really like land anything successfully. Just totally just rip me a new one. Kind
of like me and Soul Calibur 4. It's like, hey, your outfit's really nice. Oh my god, I'm dying.
You're just screaming at the screen, give me a second,
I know, it's like, why is your hammer so huge? It's like, why can't I just be, and then I get like half, kill him halfway, and then I do like one move and just snap my neck, and I'm like, oh man, maybe next time. And my thing was like 25 games to like 5, win, like losses and wins, I was like, oh no.
Yeah, see, that's me with like, this is just against the AI on Street Fighter. Like, it gets too close to Zangief, and he grabs you and spins you in the air and head slams you like over and over, and like, I mean, it's just not even fair. It's just like, really, I mean, I understand it should be a challenge, but for the love of God, you're the AI. Give me a second,
I completely understand, it's like, I mean, AI should be tough, AI should give you a challenge, but AI shouldn't be better than you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm playing like normal difficulty, and it's not like I ratcheted it up to like super mega super hard difficulty.
Yeah.
I mean, hello, but it just seems kind of interesting that I guess you'd call it the resurgence of fighting games here lately. With the Mortal Kombat and the Street Fighter, and even stuff like come out in the arcade, like the Turbo Remix and the Samurai Showdowns.
Yeah, the Samurai Showdowns, and then that new Soul Calibur game. I know one's been out for a little while, but the Marvel or Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe. It's been a lot here lately, and what was that one that I played not too long ago? It wasn't Soul Calibur, but it was like Street Fighter 5.
No, it wouldn't be that.
Street Fighter,
Dead or Alive?
No, it wasn't Dead or Alive. It was that one.
Was it on disc?
Yeah. I got it from GameFly, and I played it for a little bit, and I really liked it. It was like,
I don't know.
I don't know what it was called. But
it was a fighting?
Yeah, it was fighting. It was kicking his butt in it.
I don't know. You'd have to look up your gamer card and see. Interesting. Because, I'm trying to think, like, the last fighting game before this that I played was Dead or Alive 4 that came out, like, when the Xbox 360 came out, or right around that time, Yeah. I hated that one. I loved DOA 3 on the original Xbox, Yeah. And that was a great game, but it's like, DOA 4 was just like it was okay until you got to, like, the last boss guy, and the last boss guy was just so hard, and it just cheated so much, there was just no... It was just completely unfair. You could tell that they were cheating, because you couldn't do anything or touch anything, or, touch the bad guy or whatever, it was just, ridiculous. So, but then until then, and I think that almost that put me off on fighting games for a while, and almost, I think it put a lot of people off on fighting games. So, go to my MGC. But but now we kind of gotta, people. It's kind of coming back now that the online component's been worked out and different things like that.
Yeah, because it was. I guess most games go through this because it was like, RPG for a long time. It was like the Halos, and then it's then here lately it's been zombie fighters. Resident Evil. Left 4 Dead, Dead Rising, stuff like that.
Call of Duty World at War.
Was that zombies?
They had a zombie mode in there, yeah.
That's dumb. Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought, it's kind of like the proliferation of zombies, and then now we're getting a little more fighting back into the mix. Someday we'll find this. Excuse me there. Where do you need to go? Wait for it. Maybe if you go to like your 360 voice or something. Or no, then maybe this should be it. Do.
So I've played. I've gotten my gamer score is 30,411 out of a possible 81,740.
That's a lot, by the way. I only have like 23,000. I just recently cracked, and I was so happy.
Yeah, I know. I was looking at your score. I was like, oh, how sad. Sad little Gemini.
Sad for having it since launch day. Yeah, it's a little bit sad there, but whatever.
Sad for having it a whole year in front of us. Oh, how sad.
Well, you know what? You guys just, y'all have no lives. That's what it is. Yeah.
Oh, please, whatever. You can just kiss it.
No, I don't want to kiss it. So, where's this game? Beautiful Katamari, no. Carcassonne, Wits and Wagers.
Virtual Fighter 5. I had the first word wrong. Yeah, I said Street Fighter 5, but it's Virtual Fighter 5.
I forgot about that one. I have that one for my PS3.
Yeah. Oh, and Lost, that was a fighter. No,
yeah, that would be an awesome fighter. I heard they're coming out with a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fighter.
Oh, really? That'd be cool. Yeah, I'd like to be April.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Was the orange box on there a fighter too?
Yes, and open season.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, really, let's reimagine all these games as fighting games. All right, close your eyes.
Avatar, The Last Airbender, The Burning Earth.
Yeah, that's a good fighting game, you know.
Yeah, I got BioShock, yeah.
BioShock is a fighting game, like you against a Big Daddy or whatever, you know.
Yeah. At World's End, Jack Sparrow versus what's that? Keira Knightley, and then you just punch her in the face.
I would love to punch her in the face. I would actually rather prefer to punch Johnny Depp in the face, but that's just me.
He's too sexy. Contra is a fighting game, but with a big gun. Yeah. With the darkness, yeah.
Ooh, Cameo is a fighting game. That'd be awesome.
Wartech, Tinko no Rod.
It is a fighting game.
Oh, yeah, hey, we did. Oh, look, another one that we did do. Oh.
I actually own that game. I like that game.
Yeah, that is a good game. Crackdown.
Oh, I can't wait for Crackdown 2 if they ever make it.
They won't, because I called them and said, don't make that crap.
That wouldn't surprise me at all.
Gun.
Yeah. Supposedly, no, they're not making another gun. They're making another, Red Dead Revolver, Red Dead Redemption.
It's stupid making another gun. That game was awesome.
Maybe they will. I don't know. Maybe they'll call it Two Gun.
Maybe they'll call it Double Pistol Packin' Penny.
They'll call it Two Gun Pete.
They'll call it Phoenix Loves Gun.
Heart.
Heart, lol.
Yeah. Heart shotgun.
That would be funny.
.com.
Yeah, but that's a good topic. Lots of fighting games coming out here lately. Here's a thought. Can you after the fighting games and the zombie games, can you bear to take a guess at what genre I guess will be hip next?
Ooh, that's a good question. With a resurgence, is that what you're saying?
I don't know. I just meant in general.
like next year, like what's the big thing next year? Is that what you're saying?
Because you're talking about fighting games that used to be that are big now, right? They're resurrecting them.
I see where you're going. Yeah.
No, okay, I didn't know if we were talking about stuff that used to be and what's going to become cool next, or what's just going to become cool next in general.
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm not sure. I think. That is a very good question. I have to think about it. Give me a second to think on that one, because I'm not sure. Now, I want to say my first thought is survival games, and not survival horror like Resident Evil or Dead Space.
Yeah.
But survival games like disaster games. Like there's one that they announced called like I Am Alive, and Alan Wake. That seems to be like more like just survive, just live through the game and you win,
Yeah, and Kenneth was telling me about that, because it's like, oh, you're in an earthquake in like California and you just have to make it out, and it's like, I just have to make out? Do I just find somebody and make out with them? An Asian midget, It's like, hey, come here, sexy midget, it's like...
Yeah, you win the game. Achievement unlocked, 1,000 gamer score, made out with an a ripped Asian midget.
With guy liner. He had guy liner on. Yeah.
What if he doesn't have guy liner? You get like 950.
Yeah.
Damn it!
I wouldn't do it then. I'd be like, hang on.
Guy liner on the little Asian eyes.
Yeah, I had to have a mini guy liner. I'm like, wait, hang on, let me sharpen this. He's like, oh. But
that's so wrong. Yeah,
Just have like everything like tiny cups and like tiny forks and knives, it's like survive through the tiny Asian midget stronghold, It's like get off of me. They're like
all you have is kicks. You don't have punches.
Yeah, you just have evil stare downs.
You just have strong farts.
You just have cans of beans. You're just like
But to me, I think that maybe where at least maybe next year that's maybe the hot thing,
Yeah, I'm thinking you're on the right track there, Gemini. But I don't know if I would really like just a survival game. I mean, I like the thought of Left 4 Dead, where you're fighting zombies, and if you touch the car alarm will go off and they'll rip your limbs off, But I don't know. It's like, how do you just survive? Wouldn't that be kind of boring? Because I saw a Wii game. And it was like, just go down to the ocean and take pictures of fish. And I'm like, really?
Yeah.
And it's like, when you take a picture of it, you learn about it. I'm like, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I just go to an aquarium?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, fake fish Or, walk outside down to the creek and see the real fish. I can go dive down in the sewage and take pictures of them, It's like...
There's like a PlayStation 3 title that's been in development for like a long time called Africa. And that's essentially what it is. It sounds like it's like you're on African safari and you take pictures of the animal, the zebras or whatever the crap is out there.
Are you taking pictures of animals or that other thing?
Yeah, I don't know. I you can't say anything because apparently, according to Resident Evil 5, it's racist for there to be black people in Africa. So anyway.
Well, yeah. I mean, most of the zombies are black.
Because you're in Africa, right?
It's pretty much. If you're in the KKK, this should be the first game you pick because you're like, sweet. Yeah. I can snipe all these black people.
Yeah. Resident Evil 5, racist simulator. I mean, that's essentially what everybody keeps saying. Every time I see that somebody write that story, I go in and comment, "Can we stop?"
Yeah, because they're in Africa, and but your partner's black, isn't she? Or
yeah, but see, no. Here's the thing: she's a lighter black than the other one. See, yeah, okay.
But their skin is rotted anyway. How can you really tell the pigment?
I don't know. I don't get it. I mean,
that huge guy with the swinging axe that he comes and beheads him, he's not black.
I'm pretty sure even there's that one guy that has a chainsaw. He has a mask on. I don't know what he is.
Yeah, I mean he could be purple. I don't know. I'm still going to shoot him because he's going to kill me.
I'm shooting people that are trying to kill me, regardless of skin color. Speaking of
a darkie. There's Death.
Hey, what's up? What's he?
I just beat Halo Wars.
Oh, you son of a...
Oh, you suck. What'd you have it on? Super pansy easy?
He just beat Halo Wars, if you didn't hear that. So, not cool at all. Glad I brought it over. I can get it.
And I'll take some, too. But I
like the cut of his jib.
I like Papa's got a brand new bag. But, okay... But I was reading an article, too. This didn't have anything to do with video gaming. It's just having to do stuff with morally wrong things. But I was reading an article that in Saudi Arabia, this guy married off his 8-year-old daughter to a 47-year-old man to pay off his debt.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it happens all the time over there, right? I mean, it doesn't really have to do anything with racism, but it's just a morality issue, And the first guy to comment was, you Americans should stop pushing all your cultures off onto all of us. And it's like, anywhere around the world, a child's still a child, it's not cattle, and the mom didn't have a say in it or nothing, so, I mean...
Yeah, I mean, at what point... I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry, but at what point do you say, okay... I mean, there has to be, I guess, wrong is wrong is wrong. Okay, at one point you say, okay, regardless of where you are, your culture, blah, 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 this is wrong, I mean, thank you. But, at what point, didn't we all decide, a bunch of years ago that slavery was wrong?
Yeah, but, I don't know.
We have the Geneva Convention, which says, okay, seriously, guys, let's all, at least agree on this is how you have your prisoners of war or whatever. This is how we do stuff, okay? Even if you're enemies, you still have to have some type of something. But then doesn't somebody step in and go, this is your daughter. Yeah. Do you not have a soul? Seriously, do you not anything?
It was just sick because she had her gown on. She just had, it would just look like somebody took this big blob of pink paint and went, and slapped it on her cheeks. She just really rosy cheeks. She didn't know what was going on. She was like, yeah, we think killing puppies is bad. You kick a dog off a bridge and you go to jail, but over in, don't they eat dog in other parts of the world, so...
Yeah, different cultures, different parts of the world, and blah, blah, but still, you just can't, I don't know, I don't know how, I don't know how you, grow up and not have that, or, how you get to be an adult or something like that and not have that, connection or that anything,
I don't know, no amount of debt, it's like, really? You guys sell your daughter? Wouldn't you think after a while you'd stop stop getting all this debt, or maybe get another job or steal a cow or something, I don't know.
Do something. Go rob a bank. That's at least that's at least more acceptable. You know what I mean? Hell, go kill somebody for money. That's more acceptable.
You have to think. Not everybody has our morals.
Yeah, no, I understand.
They'd be like, oh well, it's just Sue Joe. Yeah. Just Susie Joe. We'll sell her off. She's worth more than Billy Bob.
Yeah, but bringing it back to RE5 real quick. I'm so sick of hearing everybody bitch about it and saying, look, so we got this expert over here that says that it's not racist. Really? Did we need an expert to say that it's not racist when, can we not? Let's see. We had what was it, Ghost Recon, Advanced Warfighter 2, and 1 and 2. I think were both based in Mexico City. So you were killing, Mexican people over there, right? And we had Resident Evil 4 that was based in Spain. So we're killing Spanish people. Can we what? What's the difference? There's no difference.
What about all those ones that are based on World War 1 and 2 and you're over in Korea and stuff like that? You're killing Asian people.
What's the difference? Because it's historically accurate? Is that okay? That because we base Call of Duty World at War, and we show all that's okay because that's really what happened.
What about Prey? They're killing all the Native Americans. There's not very many of them left anyway. I'm offended, But, what are they supposed to do? Flip it on the other side and you be Korea and you go invade America? Okay, then fine, make that video game, and then see the backlash that you have on that. But do you go over to, Japan and Asia and they have video games over here about us? I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. If there was, if over in Japan they made a game about just strangling white people, strangling Americans, I'll say, not even white people, just strangling Americans. Like everybody walked around with an American flag T-shirt on, and looked like they had apple pie with them,
with American Idol T-shirts, and they had Paula Abdul flag, and they were like, go Obama.
Yeah, walk around going, hey, dog, what's up, dog, and stuff like that. And, and if you just walked around and that's all you did, press A to strangle, and you just strangled them to death. That would be no more or less more acceptable. But we would all be pissed off over here, like, how dare they? And it's like, why? What's the difference? Hell, I would play that game. I'd be like, where's Randy Jackson? Where's Paul Abdul?
Yeah. Achievement unlocked, strangling the judges.
Yeah, really, yeah. Strangle that new chick judge. Yes. Whatever her name is.
Yeah, go strangle Tila Tequila. Yes. Strangle Jack Black. Yes.
Mission accomplished. Yeah. It's the exact same thing. It's just for whatever reason that it's been switched around. But anyway, did we want to? Where else are we going with this crazy thing we call a show?
I don't know. Racism.
I know. It seems like, don't we always seem to end up there or something? At least touch, at least it's a touchstone or whatever, which we don't mean to be, but it's kind of like, our Resident Evil 5 thing, we can't help, and then plus we're comedians. We make jokes. What do you want us to do?
We make the jokes and we make the funnies and we're here and we might as well and you're here and we laugh and we say ha ha.
Yeah, it's not like our podcast is called the white supremacist gamers or anything. Who cares? We don't care. We're just as much on. I don't like white people anymore. I don't like anybody else. In my opinion, everybody's assholes in the long run.
Yeah. Oh, we watched Hancock.
Oh yeah. So, what were your? I'll talk about Hancock. Or wait, you'll talk about Hancock, and I'll talk about Zack and Miri. So go.
I liked it.
Good. Anything more specific you'd like to add?
I liked his hat, and
I like his hat too.
I like that he was black, and
I liked that he was angry.
Yeah, he was very angry, but it was different. It was a different kind of superhero movie. It was still sad and stuff like that, but it wasn't really more superhero as I don't know. It wasn't quite so much like that, but I thought it was pretty good. I was better than what I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, I had no idea where they were gonna where the story went. I just knew that he was I'm Hancock and I don't want to be no hero. Kind of. But I had no idea that actually went where it did, which I thought was interesting. So,
I like the story and what happened to him. He's like, I have amnesia and all that stuff. And I liked it.
What a twist!
What a twist! Was it made by M. Night Shyamalan?
Shamalama dong.
So, are you talking about what movie are you talking about?
Oh, we watched Zach and Miri make a porno last night. Yeah.
I can't believe that's already out. It seems like it just came out not too long ago.
Yeah, I don't think it did very well. Like, I think it did okay, but I don't think it did like real well, like they expected.
Yeah. Well, I like Seth Rogen. I like that other chick that's in it. She looks just like that girl that was in the Notebooks, but she's not the girl that was in the Notebook.
Yeah, I don't.
She's in several of the movies, like The Uninvited, and a couple of the movies. I think she was in. I think that her twin was in the one with Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn, Wedding Crashers.
Oh yeah.
I can't ever hardly tell them apart.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that was really funny. I'm a big Kevin Smith fan anyway. But I didn't hear a lot of good things about Zack and Miri. But when we watched it, we were like, I don't know what the problem was. This movie was hilarious,
When you said Zack and Miri, I kept thinking you were talking about that one about the Infinite Playlist, but that's Nick and Nora.
Yeah.
You need to make these things more specific.
Sorry, I didn't want to.
The movie making business in general.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's kind of funny how that works. But yeah, I mean, I thought it was great. I thought it was a good. I mean, it's all Kevin Smith all the way. You can tell. Yeah. It was great. I thought it was really funny, and we laughed our asses off. And so 2 thumbs up, whatever you want to.
2 midget thumbs up.
Yeah, really. Yeah. 2 little midget half bendable thumbs up.
I don't know. Is everything on a smaller scale?
I think so, but I think it's still the same amount of skin, so I think it's like really kind of
okay. So earlier, we knew somebody with a boil, or we know somebody with a boil, and we're just waiting to get the phone call to hear it erupted. So
I'm trying to drink here.
And it's all oozy and stuff. And so I told Jim and I said, okay, we're gonna Google. I Googled what back boils.
It was like this one picture where it was like oozing out. Oh, it was like so gross.
It was like literally. I mean, it was like I wouldn't post my back boil on there, but we were typing in like back boil, face boil, and like it was all these random pictures, and then.
Yeah. And then you decided to go face tumor, which was just, no.
Face tumor was awful. If you just go to www.google.com.
The words Google.
And then Google, type in the little space, face tumor.
Yeah, then prepare to throw up.
And then click on images, and then, I think there was one, and it was just like hideous. It looked like an elephant or something, and but it was a person. And they were eating cereal, and I told Jim and I was like, if you had that kind of a tumor, why'd you eat cereal?
Yeah, of all the things, why would you be eating like rat poison?
And why would you be taking pictures of yourself eating cereal? It's like, oh, MySpace pic.
Yeah. Facebook.
Rocking this out. Gang sign.
Yeah. I mean, I rock my tumor. I don't know about you.
My head's too heavy for me to lift on my own, so it rests on the table with my cereal. But Facebook.
Facebook this bitch,
Chicks with tumors and gang signs. Chicks with tumors and gang signs. What?
Tumor face has just been tagged in the photo.
Oh, OMG has just been tagged in this photo.
Yeah, really. Yeah. Vomit face has just been tagged.
The person that God skipped over has just been tagged in this photo.
The unluckiest bastard in the world just wrote on your wall.
Hideous tumor head and wants to be your friend.
Boil maggot just poked you.
Back boil buddies for life. Just left you a comment.
Yeah. The comment reads, "Do you have a needle and a lighter?
Do you have a hot rag? Could you microwave my rag for me again?
Can you pop this, please?
Could you end my pain?" It's all like, check out the photos I just tagged, and then he creates another MySpace That's just the Boyle. He tags the Boyle in his pictures.
Royce Boyle says, Royce Boyle is in your extended network.
Royce Boyle just updated his status, and he's hungry.
Ouch.
Royce Boyle says, I'm getting huge.
Really? Yeah, Royce Boyle just gained 5 more pounds.
His mood is infatuated.
He's ecstatic. He just posted a new blog.
Royce Boyle isn't going to live much longer.
Royce Boyle is eyeballing that needle you got there. Take a drink. Oh, God.
Royce Boyle is in a relationship.
Royce Boyle just changed his status to single.
Royce Boyle is bi. Royce Boyle, drink, no. Smoke, yes. Royce Boyle is a proud parent.
Of 3 more Boyles.
Royce Boyle's income is $65,000 to $95,000.
Wait. Twitter.com/Royce Boyle.
Royce Boyle is obligated.
What?
Royce Boyle's occupation, pain in the ass.
Literally.
Oh, God.
Oh, I'm so gonna make Twitter.com/Royce Boyle. What?
SecretTweet.com.
Yeah, Royce Boyle just secret tweeted.
Royce Boyle secret tweeted, I love live.
I love being a pain in the ass.
I love growing on his face.
Oh, Lord. Whew.
It's usually one of those per show.
Yeah.
Get your laughs in now while you can.
Good times.
I just hope Boyle's not contagious.
Yeah, or like, karma induced.
Karma induced. Royce Boyle went on to a new victim.
Really, Royce Boyle is spreading. It might be leprosy.
Royce Boyle spread to my genitals.
Oh.
Royce Boyle's on my toes.
Is that athlete's foot or Boyle? The size of my toenail.
Did I just grow a new toe, or is that a boil?
Yeah, in the last 6 seconds. Oh. So.
Oh, my eyes.
I know, I can't breathe. So anyway. I don't even know what to do now.
Yeah. Well, we talked about, video games being turned into, TV shows, and we talked about the resurrection of fighting games, and we talked about what games we were playing, and I guess did you want to go over your iPhone app of the week?
Oh yeah, I guess we can touch on that one. iPhone app of the week.
iPhone app of the week. No.
Yeah, I had won this app from, I can't remember who it was anymore, because it's been a few weeks. But it's called Quad Camera, and basically, and you can, if you know me or whatever, you can check my Flickr site, because I've been taking a lot of quad camera shots or whatever, but you can take pictures, basically it takes 4 shots or 6 shots or even 8 shots in a row, and then it throws them all together in one picture, and so if you can set it to where say for instance, there's a second between each shot, real short between each shot or real close. The different types, 4 in a row, 4 in a square, 6 in a row, or 8 in a row, stuff like that. Different contrasts, stuff like that. And then you just do it. And then say for instance, I'm going to shoot a picture of Phoenix right here, so I'm going to go and I'm going to move the camera as I do it. And then, so it's going to process, and we'll see what it looks like here. It's going to give us a high contrast picture of Phoenix.
Oh, send that to
See?
me.
Isn't that cool? So see,
Send that to roysboyle.com.
roysboyle@gmail.com. So you can do one. You can change the stuff or whatever. You can change the contrast. But it's a really cool app. I don't know how much it is exactly on like when you pay for it. I think it's $1.99, but totally worth it if you like doing silly stuff like that. So anyway, that's my fun. That's my app of the week or app of the show or whatever you want to call it. I'm having my picture taken right now. But it's pretty cool. Little thing. Yeah, I like that.
Oh, you're podcasting, see? And you're talking?
Crazy podcast.
I don't know how you do. I just close it to say.
Yeah, say close. Yeah, that's all you gotta do. So yeah, it's a neat thing. It's something they have. There's this guy apparently has made a bunch of different kind of camera apps. But I definitely recommend this one. Just for because it's just a fun little thing to mess around with. And you can always take multiple pictures and stuff like that. And I recommend it. It's called Quad Camera. And go out and download it and put it on your iPhone or I guess your touch. I don't know. No, wait, I don't think touches have cameras. I don't know. If you have a touch, I don't know.
I also recommend with the iHeartRadio app, and then you can download it onto your thing and then listen to whatever radio station you want anywhere you go.
Yep, and that's free too.
Free, like Rose Boyle.
Yeah, I love free apps. I totally do. So I'll have another one next week though, but so I don't want to do them all right now. But that one right now is kind of my favorite. So
I like it a lot. I think that's gonna be my new MySpace picture.
Good times.
I like good times. They're better than bad times.
Sometimes.
All the time.
No way. So that's my app of the week. Not a big thing or whatever, but I like having that because I do love my iPhone. Mm-hmm. It's the best thing I've ever had in my hand.
Did you want to talk about anything else, like why Halo is so popular, or that Halo chick that we saw? Because we kind of went into the video games. Well, we haven't really gone into video games and the movies, so.
Yeah, we kind of went into the TV thing instead, but I mean, it's up to you if you want to touch on it. I think everybody kind of knows why Halo is so popular, but I do think that Halo chick is kind of funny that I sent you. Where she was all like, "Oh yeah, I'm Halo and I'm hot and everything," and it's like, really, because these are obvious like setups,
Yeah, and like, did you see her feet? They were huge.
Yeah, they were big feet.
Long.
Yeah, they were big feet.
They were like seriously a men's size, like 13. Like I think she would stretch out Kenneth's shoes, and I can't hardly find him shoes because he wears like a 13. There, she's like a men's size 16. She's like Shaq O'Neal feet.
I bet you she could pick up like stuff with her feet though.
Oh, that's gross.
It's funny.
Maybe she could play Halo with her feet.
I bet you she does. She probably plays on like 2 different accounts at the same time because she's Halo chick.
She's probably alone and sad. Did you see that ironing board she had? It was like filthy.
I didn't look that close.
Well, she had she had on the Halo Wars tank, tiny baby doll shirt or whatever, And she had one spread out on the ironing board. And she was like, she had the iron in her hand and she was going to iron it. And, of course, you can't iron over the lettering on the shirt. You have to turn it inside out. But she's like, had it. And, I mean, it had, like, gunk all over the iron, Yeah. And it was like she had already ironed over it, with another shirt. And she had the iron was just filthy, And she's like, and, the shirt's just laying there. I'm like, you're not possibly going to iron that like that, And then she's like, I just sit around with my Halo Wars shirt and my tiny little ruffly undies and, just play Halo because that's all I do.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm like, why don't you get a real person, like those, what is that Morgan Webb or something like that, or, like me, or,
I don't know. There are a lot of people out there that question Morgan Webb's.
I don't really know anything about Morgan Webb, but whatever.
No, I know. I mean, I think she probably is a gamer, but at the same time, I think she may be a gamer, but she's more I don't know, like, trying to be a personality, a celebrity, a journalist, or whatever you want to call it, more than she's a gamer. She's using games to get where she wants to go, as opposed to, what I mean.
I like to see another girl gamer that's like a real gamer, that has a higher achievement score than I do.
Well, yeah, I mean, aren't you part of the Gamer Chicks, or didn't you join that?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I think you did, but I don't know if you ever did.
Look, because I don't want to be proved wrong. I just want to...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you are the number one girl gamer in the world.
Yeah, see? Yeah, that's what I like to hear.
Okay, no, we'll just go with that. That's fine.
I do have like 30,000 gamer score, even though that doesn't technically assess how good of a gamer you are, but it does say that I kick ass.
True that, dog. True that. Randy Jackson in his house.
I'm Simon Cowell, and I like boys.
So, all right. Well, I guess we can go ahead and wrap the old show up.
Tell them about our new website.
I certainly do. We just recently launched the UncannyGamers.com. You can go there and check us out. You can subscribe to the show there if you haven't already. You can subscribe to, of course, the site. Whatever you want to do there. And just, love us and kiss us.
Tell all of your friends about us and how we like midgets and, that we're not racist at all. And, that everybody just give us a try, like I said, just burn us on a CD and just give us to one person and just see how it goes, because we're not looking for a big fan base. We just want people to hear what we say, we could care less if we're popular. If one person can listen to us and it makes their day a little bit better, then it makes our whole lives better. So just do it and do it now.
Yeah, quit arguing with us already. Come on, just do it. You're gonna do it eventually because we're gonna say it so many times. So just do it.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well just burn a CD and make us popular.
This is a show already. Just give them the show and tell them, say, hey, this is a good show. And then what are we doing? So we never listen.
I mean, there's unlimited songs you can listen to. Why not listen to us talk for an hour or two? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, check us out, theUncannyGamers.com. I kind of threw that together. You can subscribe there, whatever else. You can send us emails. I'm Gemini Ace at gmail.com. Phoenix is Phoenix8424 at gmail.com. You can shoot us a thing. Say, hey, you're dumb. You guys are cool. You all smell like provolone. Just whatever.
I like provolone. Hey, I thought about it.
Dun, dun, dun.
And, Phoenix8424, I made that gamer tag, 2 or 3 or 4 years ago, right?
It's been a while.
And I was only, 20 or 21, And I thought, someday, I'll be Phoenix8424. Because I was born in 84, and I'll be 24. And it's now.
Wow.
I know, I was always 23 or 22. And by the time you know it, I'll be 25.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, never was 25, but yeah.
Well, I haven't gotten that old yet.
Change your gamer tag every year.
I won't. I'll keep telling people I'm 24, and they'll be like, aren't you 42? No, I'm 24.
That's right.
Yeah, I tell you.
That's why I didn't put a number behind mine, so that way I'm eternally 18.
Well, yeah, just barely legal. Well, all the regular Phoenix was taken, so.
Yeah, so 84, 23, 84, 26, we're all taken.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah, it was going to make me Phoenix 12, 8, 7, 2, 4, 3, 9. I was like, well, I don't want to do that.
I hate that. Oh, how about this? It's like, I don't want my gamer tag to be, Assy McGee 147945455555.
Yeah, I was like, And then, I was doing that Shutterfly, and it automatically made my login name, or my username or whatever, Elena K76. I was like, where did the 76 come from? I mean, I'm not, old. I'm not 30-something,
What are you trying to say?
Nothing at all.
How rude. So anyway, give us a, check out the site and just give us a, tell your friends or whatever. And we're kind of starting from scratch here. We've been doing this for a few years, but we're kind of doing a reboot, I guess you'd say, or starting over from issue number 1, if you will. So, it's kind of starting from scratch, but it's kind of fun, It took me a while to figure out all the different feed stuff again, because I had it all set up for so long. But anyway, so tell your friends, check us out. You know, we want to hear from you or whatever. If we don't hear from you, I'm sure we'll keep talking. So
yeah, tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your friend, tell your dog, tell your blog, tell your boil.
Yeah, but find us at roysboyle@gmail.com.
And all he does is like secret tweet. He's like, secret tweet. I've tapped into his spinal cord. Secret tweet.
Secret.
I'm infesting his kidneys.
Secret tweet. I may have an infection.
Secret tweet. I know I shouldn't have had that hooker stress me.
That's so disgusting.
Secret tweet. I knew I shouldn't have shot up in my butt.
Oh, what are you doing?
Cheeks. With that rusty needle.
The only reason I even am here is because his cheeks rub together. Oh.
Yeah, he went to go and growl, and it was awful.
Oh, sweaty butt crack.
Gross.
Yeah, that's gross. That's too far.
Yeah, all this mold made a boil.
Yeah. Moldy boil ass.
Well, that's funny.
All right, well, I guess we'll get out of here. I'm Tim Knight.
And I'm Phoenix.
And we'll catch you later.
Bye-bye.